So if you're from the Boston area and you are into cars, you know about Lars Anderson Auto Museum in Brookline. A little bit about Lars Anderson Auto Museum. It was the essentially oversized yard on a hill with a view of the city of Lars and Isabel Anderson, who were really socialites and family of bureaucrats from overseas. And they came here in the late 1800s and built this incredible mansion and garden and carriage house. The carriage house originally was for their horses and buggies, but it is now what we know as the Lars Anderson Auto Museum. And the Lars Anderson Auto Museum actually houses the oldest car collection in America. Everything from an 1899 Winton up to a 1948 Ford panel van. However, that's all kind of tucked down in the basement of the museum or up in an attic. So the cool thing about the display at Lars Anderson is that at downstairs in the museum, there's three levels, but there's two levels to the public. Downstairs in the museum is the Lars Anderson collection. It's where the Winton is, it's where the Fiat is, it's where some of the old Fords are. They're all down there. But on the main level of the museum, that are members of the museum and members of the Boston community, their vehicles will be on display depending upon whatever theme we have for that year as part of the exhibit. Every single year at Lars Anderson, there is a new exhibit on display, where right now it happens to be rally cars. So there's a Alpine, there is a couple old Lancias, there's a few old Mercedes rally cars, a little bit of everything. And some years it's been supercars, where there's been everything from a Factory 5 GTM to an LP 640 Murcielago and everything in between. So every year, there's always something for the car aficionado at Lars Anderson Auto Museum. But the big thing that I kind of wanted to draw attention to was the lawn events. So every single weekend throughout the summer into the fall, or really spring, summer, and fall, there were events on what we call the Great Lawn at Lars Anderson Auto Museum. And these derived from back in the early 1900s, Lars and Isabel Anderson would have these car shows or car picnics on their great lawn, where others from the area that had cars when the invention of the car was still relatively new, they would have these car shows and picnics on their lawn, and it was kind of a place for people to come and hang out. And of course, it was rich socialites and other bureaucrats from all around the Boston area or all around New England that would come and converge on the weekends. So what Lars Anderson Auto Museum became was the carriage house that really used to house all of their horses and all of their buggies. Where the mansion has since burned down and been and torn down, the carriage house still stands 130 some odd years later, and it is full of all of these wonderful vehicles from throughout history. So every weekend there are different events. There's German Car Day, there's Italian Car Day, which is actually called Tutto Italiano. And Tutto Italiano is the largest gathering of Italian cars in the New England area. There's anywhere from 100 Ferraris and 100 Lamborghinis to 30, 40 Fiats. There are Di Tommaso Panteras. There's Alfa Romeos. There's a little bit of everything for everyone when it comes to Italian cars. So that event generally has 300, 400, 500 cars at it every single year. It's usually late August, early September. On a Sunday, and somewhere between 10 and 15,000 spectators that all converge on this bucolic park overlooking the city of Boston. And you really couldn't get a better setting for an event like that. Throughout the year, there's Japanese Car Day, there's Japanese Motorcycle Day, there's Extinct Car Day. So you have your Packards and your Studebakers and your Saabs and your Pontiacs, and they all converge. There's Micro and Mini Car Day. Literally, there is something for everyone at Lars Anderson every single weekend throughout the year. As a teenager, I was into cars, had a few Taurus SHOs, a few Mustangs, and of course, my family had a car dealership, so I was just super excited about that. Someone told me about this Italian car show that was going on, and being Italian, of Italian descent, and being a car guy, I said, well, I got to check this out. So I went up with my grandfather at the time, and I'd never seen a Lamborghini Countach before, and I thought that was unbelievable. I had never seen a 288 Ferrari GTO before, and there was one there amongst a bunch of other Maseratis and Lancias and all of these other vehicles that I had never seen. I grew up in a relatively small town south of Boston, and if you saw a BMW or a Mercedes, that was cool. So seeing all of these Italian cars at the top of this hill in this beautiful place. I'm like, all right, I got to keep coming back to this. As I got my license and time went on, I would keep going back to Tutto Italiano. And actually got to the point where I was around so much that the curator, the director of the museum said, hey, we'd love to have you as a part of what we do here. We'd love to have you volunteer and do some things. And this was around the same time Cars and Coffee was revving up in the Boston area. So we started doing Boston Cars and Coffee there. I started helping organizing the Tutto Italiano event, so much so where I became a member of the board now at Lars Anderson Auto Museum. And there's a number of us that help steer the museum in the right direction, whether it be from events to things financially to fundraising. And it's just to be a car guy and to be able to do something philanthropic with the things that you love. It's just such a great thing to be a part of. The membership of the museum is really what keeps the museum going. Becoming a member allows you to come to these events with that membership, to come to the museum. You get invited to all kinds of different things that are going on that are always automotive related. And it's pretty inexpensive. There's family memberships, there's singular memberships, so on and so forth. But you have the opportunity to be a part of something great in the automotive world in the Boston area. One of the biggest events that has grown is an event called Cars and Coffee, and it's called Boston Cars and Coffee. And it really was the first Cars and Coffee in the Boston area. It was started somewhere else by a couple of my friends, actually. And when we grew too big for that lot, we moved it to Lars Anderson, and it's now essentially Boston Cars and Coffee at Lars Anderson, where once a month there's 500 to 600 cars that show up. Everything from, again, a micro or a mini car to the other day we had a Liberty Walk Aventador that was there. And it's really just a place for car guys and girls from the Boston area or the New England area to converge on. We kind of call it the hub of the wheel, if you will, for the automotive enthusiasts in the Boston area. Lars Anderson has grown to a thing, or even during the winter, where we'll do a speaker series there, where we'll have all kinds of different people. Actually, Alex Roy had done, shortly after his Cannonball exploits, had done a speaking event there. Sometimes it's about women in cars, sometimes it's about detailing, but really it is the hub of the automotive wheel in the Boston area.
Buying a used car without getting ripped off is all about research, and we can pull a Carfax or look on the VINwiki app, but there is nothing like an in-person inspection. And the fastest, cheapest, and easiest way to do that is with the Lemon Squad. Lemon Squad has been a longtime sponsor here at VINwiki, and they have representatives all over the country that can put eyes and hands on a car and send you a detailed inspection report plus pictures, usually within 24, 48, even 72 hours. And so there's nothing that makes you a shrewder negotiator than the information that you're going to get from a real person actually seeing the car. So check out the Lemon Squad now at the link in the description below for a special discount. And if you do want a Carfax, they'll even save you $10 on that. The Lemon Squad is who I use every time I'm trying to negotiate a deal, because I can't always be there, especially if it's across the country, but their nationwide network of inspectors can do just that. So check them out now to thank them for their support of VINwiki and buy your car more safely with the Lemon Squad.